Well, good Sunday evening, everyone. So this is my extra video for today. I was gonna do it this afternoon, and it was just a busy afternoon. So I am gonna talk about some plants that I really like in my garden, and I'll give you the reasons why. So I'm gonna start off with my two favorite plants because they've got some special meaning to me. So my first favorite plant is the jacaranda tree. And those of you that know, my fiance is Australian. He's in Australia right now, and we are getting closer and closer to moving him here. So, the jacaranda tree is a huge thing over there in Australia because they have a little bit more mild winter than we do up here in North Texas. And so the jacaranda tree I have right now is 2 years old. It turned two in April, and I am keeping it as a kind of a semi bonsai. It's not a full teeny tiny bonsai size, but it is not a full jacaranda tree. So the jacaranda trees actually get pretty tall. They pretty much get as tall as our cottonwood trees in Texas. So, but they're beautiful. Here in a few years, it'll eventually start to bloom and have flowers, and the flowers are beautiful. They're these beautiful purple flowers. They do have them down in Florida. I think they have some in South Texas. I'm not sure. I know in more tropical regions, more mild temperatures in the winter, that's where we have them here, even in the States. And in Australia, they have a Jacaranda festival every year, and it's just beautiful. Jason has a Jacaranda tree in his backyard, and each year I have him take pictures of it for me so I can see how pretty it is. But that's the first thing in my garden that's really special. The second thing is aloe vera. My family has used aloe vera for the longest time. I remember when I was a little kid, we would get just a little bit of aloe off the plant if we got a burn or anything like that, like in the kitchen or something. We would get that and we'd put it on there after we washed it with cold water. And then I also have a couple of my cousins, they are firefighters. So that's one of those things that it's special to be able to have that for them. I gave them some a couple of years ago because I have so many aloe plants anyway. So gave them some, and yeah, just one of those things that's kind of special in my garden. All right, the next things I enjoy having in my garden are the herbs. They are some great plants. Not only can you use them for food, you can use them to keep away mosquitoes, you can use them for so many things. The Spanish lavender I use for keeping away the mosquitoes, for the pretty buds as a pollinator. For the buds and the leaves, I dry them and can use them in a tea. I can also dry them and use them as kind of a carpet deodorizer and just throw them down on the carpet before I vacuum. And the next plant that I do something very similar to that is the spearmint. You can use it in tea, you can use it in sweets, you can use it to dry and be another carpet deodorizer. So that's some of the things, and it also helps to keep those pesky mosquitoes away. The next thing I really like to do or have is basil. Basil is so good in so many foods. And yeah, it's another one of those things that help to keep the mosquitoes away. And then the last one that I really like having is rosemary. Y'all, if you have never had rosemary in meats or stew or anything like that, I definitely recommend it. It smells so good. It keeps mosquitoes away. Again, are you seeing a common theme here? That's why you'll see it. I have quite a few of those towards the front where the front door is near. So on the shelf right there, by above the fence, that's why I keep those there. And you just rub them a little bit when you first go out there, and it helps to keep the mosquitoes away. So that's why I enjoy having them outside, and then I enjoy using them inside with food items and with making everything smell good. So, yeah, that was this set. And get ready for the next set. All right. Also, the next set that I like to have in my garden, and I started this year based off of tea garden ideas from Jen at Stivers Homestead. I am using marigolds and calendula and zinnias, and I already had chrysanthemums. So those are getting ready. They're just getting ready to start to bud. And so all of those you can use in healing properties. I'm still learning, and I'll learn more as they get ready to bud and everything and really have that good flower. But I know she'll dry them. She'll also use them for salve. She'll use them for teas, just different things. And look up the information on that before you use it, because I'm no expert at it. This is my first year to do stuff like this. So, but one thing about every single one of them, they're great pollinators. They bring in the bees, they bring in the butterflies. You want those in your garden because it helps your garden grow. And you want all of your plants pollinated. So that's one thing that I'm really happy and looking forward to, is starting to see those honeybees. Just see those bees pollinating away. Anyway, so let's get it ready for the next set. All right, y'all. So the very last set that I'm enjoying having in my garden this year are tomatoes and lettuce and zucchini. Now with tomatoes and zucchini, once you pick them, they just don't grow back. Whatever they're going to have that year, that's what they're going to have. But you can get a ton of seeds out of each of them to save back for the next year. And then the lettuce, y'all, I've told y'all, it's one of those things you cut and it keeps growing. So whenever you get ready to get some lettuce out of your garden, just get a little bit and keep some of it there still, and it will grow back. Y'all have seen how hardy my lettuce is. Y'all, that day that it looked all wilty and it was all sad and stuff after I transplanted it, it's all bounced back now, y'all. So it's doing great. So those are things I enjoy having in my garden. They're practical, they're healing, they're good for you. It's just one of those things that I love having in my garden. So let me know below what you enjoy having in your garden if you have a garden. And if you don't, I suggest starting one, even just a little bitty, because that's what I did. I started just a little bit in the fall of 2019. Now I'm getting a big spring garden going. It'll bring my spring and summer garden. But I hope y'all are doing well, and I will see y'all for the daily update. And I will reveal everything that I've gotten done on my project. So, y'all have a great evening, and we'll see you here in a little bit.